Philadelphia zone, Philadelphia zone, Philadelphia zone.
The city of Philadelphia, once known as one of the key stomping grounds for hip-hop in the East Coast. With people like Will Smith, Eve, Freeway, and The Roots, Philly has brought talent after talent into the great scene of hip-hop. Though other cities had their moment in history, we will not be forgotten. Philly is where it's at. This is Philly hip-hop.
My name is Range. They call me Range the Messenger. I grew up in a really musical household. My dad is a percussionist. My mother sings some. I grew up in church, so we were always around music. So basically, as long as I can remember, it's just always been a part of my life.
My name is Nina Ball, aka Lyrespect. I'm just an all-around arts advocate and artist. I would sleep with my book under my pillow, and in the middle of the night I would get a line and I'd be like, oh, I need to write that down, you know. But I know it's something about that beat that calls me, that makes me want to just rhyme.
My name is Chemist. I'm a hip-hop spoken word artist. For me, rap came when I was about 12. I started writing poetry. It was a homework assignment, and then it was for extra credit. So the more poems you wrote, the more extra credit you would get on a spelling quiz. So me, I went home and wrote 10 poems, thinking, you know, not to even study, but to get that A. And I didn't get an A, but I mean, what I did found out was I liked writing poetry. So then later it transitioned to beats, and I've been doing that ever since.
The state of hip-hop in Philadelphia, I think it's always kind of blossoming, you know. Philly's whole music scene goes through periods, you know. So there are periods in R&B when it's really popping, and then it kind of dies off, and there's periods in hip-hop when it's really popping, and it dies off. When Philly artists, hip-hop and R&B, just realize that it's just best to all work together and to keep things coming, then you know, it'll stay relevant. But right now, I think it's on its way back.
As of late, I guess I would say late being the last 6 years, I've seen Philly as a proving ground. So the thing about Philly, some people get spit out by Philly, and I've seen people come and go like, oh, nobody embraced me. But it's one of those things where you have to actually keep jumping into the imbroglio, keep showing up, show people you're here and that you're not going anywhere. Sometimes people have to get used to your face and your presence before it clicks. And I mean, honestly, that's how it goes across the board, even with marketing. You got to tell them what you're going to do, you got to do it, then tell them what you did.
My name is Vision. I'm a spoken word poet. I work for Philly Youth Poetry Movement. I'm the artistic director there. I grew up in North Philly, went to school in Central Pennsylvania, so it was like a complete culture shock. So I started writing about that experience, and coming back home, I found the passion for, you know, doing the open mic scene in Philly, you know, kind of riding on the wave that the Jill Scotts, the Black Ices, kind of set in Philly during that time. I think it's a great time. We really control our own destiny now with the rise of social media, YouTube, how technology is getting cheaper and cheaper. We can finally put our own videos out. We don't have to worry about record labels or publishers and things like that. We can do our own. So a lot of people are self-producing or self-publishing, and you know, going the indie label route. So I think it's a great time, and Philly has always had the most talent. We control our own destiny now, and we can finally show everybody where the talent is.
My name is Greg Corbin. I'm the founder and the executive director of the Philadelphia Youth Poetry Movement. I'm also a poet, actor, educator, and a motivational speaker. PYPM is a Philadelphia Youth Poetry Movement where we help young people discover the power of their voices, using poetry and spoken word as a tool to build social skills, life skills, along with critical thinking, creative thinking, and a place of building confidence. I think it's important, though, that the youth have a safe space where they can actually create, produce, perform, and teach others to do the same thing in their own peer group.
It was Greg Corbin got the pizza, he pulled up in his squeaky car.
There's nothing like seeing young people teach young people just by being an example, by being on stage, by helping out. You know, when's the last time you've seen a 16-year-old help a 15-year-old? Or a 15-year-old mentor an 8-year-old. Things like that are very important. So art is one of those things that actually opens those gateways up.
Here, the smallest kids have the biggest dreams. You see, they spit sparks, they burp blessings, they announce earthquakes. Here, inspiration is the only thing that matters.
And I was inspired by Lauryn Hill. There's this song, Final Hour, and I thought that the rhyme pattern was so dope. I was like, yo, I know a lot of words. I'm gonna try to do this. Over time, hip hop just started to move me more. I always think about what can my contribution be that nobody else is doing quite like I can do it. Eyes on the prize, override the skin tax, proselytize, cynics with the syntax, why so surprised? Register, I pitch black, iceberg tip, everything I win at. What's up, this is Lyrispect.
Philly scene is different. You know, we always had rappers. It's just about finding unique rappers. Like we all can spit, but it's just about finding that person that stands out. I started rapping when I was 12. You know, just to myself, I was real private with it. But you know, later I battle at lunchroom tables in school and do the talent shows and open mics and, you know, just getting that experience of performing in front of crowds, perfecting the craft. Yeah, I just put a project out with DJ Active called Chemist Times Active. So we took it back to that 90s feel, you know, with the MC and the DJ. So it's a lot of storytelling. He's scratching on a lot of the records, you know, just bringing that, the essence back.
Spoken Soul 215 is a collective of spoken word artists and artists, mostly writers, but we branch out into songwriting. One of our members, Rhythm, is a songwriter as well. Greg and myself also rhyme on the side a little bit. And then Vision is also a poet, and Rhapsody is a singer. And she also started Small But Mighty Arts Grant. Ruben Jones has Frontline Dads, and he's also a poet. So, and Lauren, our DJ, is just really all-around dope person. And so we just decided to make a really fun place where people get together and get free on the microphone without judgment, and just have a lot of fun. And we've been blessed that our community came out to support us and has been subsequently for the last 4.5 years.
Battle Cry is an EP that I put together with a producer named Hezekiah Davis III. I met him at a jam session when I first moved here. I moved here in 2010. It's been a dope experience because it's enabled me to have a professional, you know, product that I can kind of use as a calling card. You have to understand how to make your art make money. I know a lot of people who are really talented, but they don't make money doing what they do because they don't really understand.
Listen, listen, then read. Read some more, then listen. Don't just jump into the water. Study the craft, study it.
Listen to yourself. So listen to yourself first, your inner voice. Create for yourself first. Create the kind of art that you want to receive. Don't just emulate what you hear on the radio or what you think people want to hear, because that's not healing people, that's making money.
Pick and choose the advice that you take. Take the good stuff, and what you can't use, kind of put it to the side. You know, don't discard it, don't throw it away, because you might come back to it. But do it. Do your art. Don't let nobody tell you who you are. Don't let anybody try to influence you in a negative way, you know. But don't be afraid to step outside the box, and just do your art. Don't let nobody tell you not to do it.
Take one day at a time and you'll get there. Keep on living for love and you'll find your way home. 'Cause heaven knows if you take too long, it may be gone, it might be gone, it could be gone. Ooh.
It's gone, y'all.